Hey everyone, hi. My name is Noemi Banchi, and we are today in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. And we are going to talk about I am. Well, and to talk about this, we need to see this image because this is like everyone, you, for example, you were born. I don't know how many years ago. And in my case, 38. 30 years ago, Noemi was born, let's say, and you as well in your at your age. And what happened is that you think you might think that you are alive because your mom and your dad did something 9 months before you were born. But let me tell you, it's not true because you were alive before that happened. So we are not what we think we are because, mom and dad did something. No. We are alive for another reason. But what about this image? So if we see, you might think like, oh, well, but my life is like, tides that comes and goes, and you might think that you are like a bottle in the middle of the sea, moved by the rhythm of the waves from one sea side to another. But let me tell you, it's not true because you can change things. You can make things happen. The thing is, you don't know how. But here in Metaphysics, we learn about all these things. So it's very exciting. So we come to the question, so who are you? Who are you? Do you know? And this responds to know thyself. And this is a Delphic maxim on the temple of Apollo in Greece. And people might think, yes, well, they are obsessed with the job or with some study, or they want to buy a house, or they want to buy something like a new smartphone or a new pair of shoes, I don't know, or change something. But have you thought about yourself? Have you thought about who are you really? And this activity is all about that. Well, and here says, you are the presence of God individualized. Jan, what? Yes, I'm going to read it again. You are the presence of God individualized. In other words, you are not going to say that now you are a tiny God doing whatever you want to do because you read that or you heard that. No, 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 no. What this means is that you have the power, like the Bible says. Well, in my words, I would say the human being was created as an image of God. So, the presence of God, I am. Here says, the presence of God, I am. I am. And I will ask you something. When you present yourself, what do you say? Yes, of so I am blah blah blah. Okay, so when you use this format, these words, you are actually talking about your real being. But you need to learn, you need to understand the whole meaning of this I am. Let's see. I am is the name of the inner self or spirit within each human and the cosmos. It's the pure and perfect spirit called monad, superior I, and the Father in heaven. And this is the image, the representation of the I am presence, your reality, let's say. First of all, there are three parts in this image. Yes, this part, it's called spirit. So you are spirit. This part in the middle is soul. So you are a soul as well. And the third part is body. Yes, you have a body. You are spirit, soul, and body. Three things in one. Copy? Did you copy that? Very important. You are not just your body, you are soul and spirit as well. Well, but these three things that we are, they have other names. We not say just spirit, soul, and body. We can say different names. So what is the name of a spirit? Okay, I will give you I am. So the name of your spirit is I am. And is this image like a light body, a big one? Okay, this is all your spirit, or I am. You already know that. What about your soul? Yes, your soul also we can call your consciousness. And what about your body? Well, your body, we are going to say your personality. But in terms of personality, I want to clarify, because maybe you think, okay, yeah, my personality can be different things, especially from the psychologist's point of view. But no, we are not going to talk about that now. Your personality is composed of four things. First of all, your appearance. Yes, everyone has an appearance. So, appearance. Then vitality. Because if you don't have vitality, if you're not vital, then you can't move, you can't speak, you can't think, you can't do anything. So we need appearance and vitality. And also emotions, your emotional shit, because then you might feel different things. And finally, your thoughts, your mental shit. So four things. Remember that: personality, appearance, vitality, emotional shit, and mental shit. Four things. Why do I call shit? Because they are covering your reality, your I am. So now, when you say the word I am, you already know, you are aware, or I know aware, but you already listen to something related to that. Okay? So another thing about this picture, if we go back, is that these three things that I mentioned, they are connected. And the thing is that your consciousness is is in the middle between what you are and what you think you are, like your personality. And these three things, let's say things, I don't know what name I can use, are connected by something like that. It's not quite like a lightning, but it's like we call a cord, the silver cord. And if you see the image, I don't know, you can see it's here. It's connected. It's connecting, sorry, your spirit with your consciousness and with your personality. It's all one. What's happened if this cord is cut? Well, the person passed away. And this is the end of your birth. So when I said at the beginning that you are not what you think you are because your dad and your mom did something nine months ago, 9 months before you were born, is that because you were alive, but you didn't have your personality, you didn't have a body yet, but you, as a spirit, you were alive. But the thing here is that how many people do know about this? They might think that they are their titles. They might think that they are their names because of the family name, or their caste, or their class, or they might identify with something that it's not the reality. And for this reason, people suffer because they don't know these things. So we are studying this. Though the presence of God, I am, is perfect. Okay? Again, the presence of God, I am, is perfect. So you, in other words, you are perfect. But who wants to say that? Who is the brave to say that? Nobody wants to say that. Why? Because they are thinking only on the tiny part of the personality. And of course, 100%, you are right. Your personality has many mistakes. But we cannot deny the spirit that we are. And that part is perfect. So if I say, I am perfect, and I repeat myself, I am perfect, thinking of my spirit, not the personality, not Noemi, thinking of my spirit, then I can manifest that perfection whatever I'm doing. So let's see. Here we have some examples about what what the presence is not. Okay, so we said that the presence of God, or our I am presence, is perfect. So I say she, sorry, but the presence of God is not acting when the person, when you, because here between us, this is about you, when you do this, like the first picture here, you have bad will. You want someone else to fail. So this is not your personality. This is your personality. This is not your I am presence. So your I am presence is perfect. It's not bad will. So we take this away. What about this person? This person doesn't know. And he has no idea. Okay, but your I am presence is wisdom. And in that case, We cannot say that your personality, so because your I am presence is perfect, so we say that your I am presence is not this, is not that. People suffer because they decide, like this lady or this guy here, this couple, they decide to discuss, to be a little bit annoyed, or I don't know which word, but you can see the picture here that no one in this picture is happy. So in that situation, your I am presence is not acting. It is your personality. So take it away. What about this person? Look at his outfit. It's terrible, isn't it? I don't know, but from the top to the bottom now, I don't know, it's terrible. So when we decide to wear, I will put this, it's old, but who cares? No, because in that situation, again, this is your personality. Your I am presence is perfect. So in that case, we take this away. And what about this guy? This guy who wants to punch someone. Okay, again, this is not your I am presence. This is again your personality, who, for whatever reason, want to fight. So again, this is not your I am presence. Okay, what about this lady? She, in this case, is your I am presence is not acting. In this case, is your personality with an appearance of illness. So for this reason, doesn't exist. If you know about your I am presence, you can heal or go to the doctor. What about this situation? Oh my God, you open your wallet or you look at your bank account and it's full of air. Oh my God. Okay, in this situation, it's not your I am presence acting. It's your personality. So in this case again, it's not your I am presence. And in situations like this that you might see or think that they are competitive, they are not collaborative in the team. And again, this is not your I am presence. This is your personality. So you saw already why we said that your I am presence is perfect, and there are millions and millions of people suffering for all those things that I mentioned and many more. Because we need to study about who we are. The presence of God, I am, is a creator verb. For this reason, okay. Let's stop there. What? The presence of God, I am, is a creator verb. What does it mean? Tell me. Creator verb means that you can create. Verb. We are talking now not about metaphysics, but grammar. So, I am. I, subject, am, verb. Which verb? Yes, the to be. Verb to be. The verb to be, the conjugation with the first person of singular is I. I am. Alright, so now every single time you use these words, you are creating that situation. If you said, I am clumsy, I am disorientated, I am poor, I am ill, blah, 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 you are creating those things. On the other hand, if you say, I am rich, I am intelligent, I am healthy, I am prosperous person, you are creating that as well. If you don't believe me, go and ask all the millionaires and ask them if they think that they are poor. They will say no, never. So when you use this verb, I am, you are creating. But there's a but. Always there's a but. If you just say the words, but you don't have the feeling, like, yes, I am rich, and you don't like money, and when someone says, oh, yes, you have money, good, and you say, no, 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 I don't have money. Every time you say you don't have money, you are creating as well. So, you need connect. The power of creation is about your thought along with your feelings. So in this case, I remember once I was talking about exactly this topic on the radio, and the person who was with me, my interlocutor, they say, okay, well, but yes, okay, I understand what you were saying, but do you know soccer? Do you know football? Okay, do you know no Maradona? Okay, let's say Maradona. Okay, Maradona. Let's say yes, but if I say I want to play as Maradona, can I? And I said yes. Yes, you can. But there is a but. If you don't believe, you will never be as Maradona. Second, why on earth do you want to be as someone else, like someone else? Be yourself, be original. You can be much better than others. You be your own version, and that's it. And one more thing is, Maradona, to play as he played in the past, because he passed away, he played even before he could run. So he play with the ball all day, every day. So we need to combine all these things: thought, feeling, words, what I'm saying, and actions. This is all about. Okay, so keep going. The presence of God, I am, is a creator verb. For this reason, every qualification following I am manifests as a divine edict. Yeah, okay, but what does edict mean? Okay, I brought the dictionary, the Cambridge dictionary, and it says, edict is a public order given by an authority. So you, yourself, you are the authority of your own. You cannot use this for others because they have what we call free will to be what they want. But you can use this knowledge, this power, because this is a power to, of course, first of all, for good, and second, for yourself. And let's see some examples that, okay, what can I say? Let's see. And we don't say the word say, we say the word decree. So what can we decree? Let's see. I am protected. Yes. What else? I am enlightened. I am loving. I am beautiful. I am healthy. I am supplied. I am sustained by the light. You are never alone. You are always, remember to think of the light. And we say I am, I am, I am, I am, I am. Yes, the verb to be with the conjugation in the first person of singular. What about you, she, he, it? because I say I am, but we can also say you are smart. We can say she's a pretty girl. We can say he's a prosperous man, or it is a beautiful place. All these things work the same. So when we use the verb to be, even if you say her, she, he, it, or you, or I, it's the same. Why? Because we said that we are the I am presence individualized. But in reality, God cannot be divided. God is only one. So when I recognize I am, and all these things, Master Jesus already knew. And for this reason, when he saw the people hungry in Tabgha, in Israel, he was there and he saw the people hungry because it was 12 o'clock and at noon, and said, okay, what do we have? And then someone says, okay, we have 2 fish and a little bit of bread. Okay, bring it to me. And he said, okay, thank you, Father, because we already ate. I forgot to use that pronoun. That's it. So Saint Germain says, you cannot make steady progress if you give power to anything but your mighty I am presence. Why? I'll give you an example. Focus from today on your I am presence and take all the power away of inflation, depression, illness, loneliness, everything. So take all the power away of these things and focus on I am presence. Like, like a horse, like they have these things and they are focused. Doesn't matter what the news says, doesn't matter what you read on the newspapers, because, by the way, as a metaphysician, we read the news, we are aware of what's happening in the world. We are not in a shell, but at the same time, we recognize the power of the I am presence, and we don't accept any climate disaster or anything like that. Do you recognize this image? Yes, of course. It is Moses when he found the fire in Mount Sinai as a God, he talked with God. So Moses and the I am. When Moses asked the presence of God its name in Mount Sinai, he said, I am that I am. So the name of God, we already know. Why? Because it says in the Bible. God said his name. I am that I am. For this reason, we know that when we say I am, we are talking about the presence of God. Where you are, when you are, you have to recognize that it's simple. And one thing, Moses didn't speak in English. No. Which language? Hebrew. So they said these words, Yod He Vav He. But it's the same. I am that I am. So he is, in the Hebrew, is Yod He Vav He. I am is the same as Om or Soham. So every time, let's do this now. Like I like to do some exercises. Okay. When you breathe in is I, and when you exhale, you is I'm going to, I cannot do and say at the same time because we cannot speak when you breathe in unless I say yum, yum. Sounds weird, doesn't it? So for this reason, I'm going to just say, but you can do this at home. You can say, you can do breathe in and breathe out. I am, I am, I am. And you can do mentally as well. Okay. And not only Moses talk about I am, but Saint Germain talk about this as well, about the I am presence, to Godfrey Ray King. And there's a little bit of story here. Let's go back. Moses talked with the presence of God in Mount Sinai. Okay, what about Saint Germain with Godfrey Ray King? At that time, Godfrey Ray King was known as Guy Ballard. And Saint Germain met him at Mount Shasta, California, in the US. I will give you the story. I love that story. And by the way, yes, the person who you saw there on the picture was myself. Yes, I went there. Well, the thing is, Saint Germain met Godfrey Ray King, and he explained about the use of I am. So, I don't know, like 3,000 years ago, Moses explained, okay, the name of God is I am. But at that time, people, they could only understand the name. That's it. And they understood that God was, I don't know where. Actually, I don't know, outside. I don't know, outside the window or I don't know where, somewhere. But they didn't know that God was inside. When Master Saint Germain met Godfrey Ray King, he explained that part. That, okay, when you say I am, you are recognizing the presence of God where you are, in the place where you are. So God lives within you. It's not separate from you. So if you know that if you already know that God is goodwill, wisdom, and love, all these three things are within you. And the creator that we call God as the creator, you are a creator as well. And everything makes sense because it is in the Bible and also is in the book that Guy Ballard wrote. And Saint Germain explained, whatever you think and feel, you bring into form. Where your attention is, there you are. Whatever you meditate upon, you become. And this is key. Because it's not just, okay, yes, nice picture, is that you are going to focus on that and you are going to recognize this God. Yes, God is in this situation. For this reason, God means good. Something good will happen. But you remember, you need to connect feeling and thought. Otherwise, you will have nothing. So there is one big task. And the task is, the inner self assumes the personality. Your personality. The presence of the universal absolute being assumes your inner self. The universal absolute being, the inner self, and the personality blend with the great, great, great silence, known as nirvana. Nirvana is not a place, it's a state. In other words, when you realize your inner self, when you realize your I am presence, and when you realize that what Lord Gautama taught in one of the sutra about emptiness. Emptiness is form, form is emptiness. It's a big task, yes, we know. But today is the day of salvation. This is what the Bible says, today. So you're not going to wait until, okay, tomorrow I will start, or no. Today. From today, because today is important. And this is what Delia Galinger says. Don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today. Who is Delia Galinger? Ask me, because I know very well, my mom. She always, since I was a kid, she said, don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today. And it's the same as today, so let's do it right now. Don't waste your time. We can do this decree together. I am the only power, the only activity. One more time, with the word only before presence. I am the only power, the only presence, the only activity. This is a decree. And Saint Germain says, know what the I am means. This is a task for you. Know what the I am means. Know what it is to you. Know what it can do. All right. Well, and that's it. You can watch this video again many times as you wish, because it's available. But remember, practice makes perfect. Bye for now. Thank you very much.